Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Hopefully your weekend went really well. We are going to start Unit 2 today, which is all about solving equations. So hopefully you guys remember a couple things from before. I know you guys have done this more than once, right? So if we are looking at something and I want to get x by itself. That's going to be the main goal, right? So I'm going to sit there and I'm going to say, how do I get x by itself? We know that to do that, we're going to do the opposite of whatever is connected to x. So in this case, if I have x, I have minus 9. To get rid of minus 9, or a negative 9, right? If we added the opposite, minus 9 and negative 9 are the same thing. So if I want to get rid of a negative 9 or a minus 9, I'm going to have to add a positive 9. And remember, whenever we do to one side, we do to the other. And they would cancel out. And 9 plus 11 is going to give me 20. That's pretty easy. You guys should probably know how to do that, right? Same thing over here. If I want to get x by itself, I always do the opposite of what's connected to it. In this case, that's divided by 7. So what's the opposite of dividing by 7? Multiplying by 7. So if I multiply by 7, those two things will also cancel out. Do it on this side. X is by itself. Negative 2 times 7 is negative 14. Rock and roll. Pretty easy. So what if we're going to start with just 2 steps. So 3x plus 16 equals 19. All right, when we're solving a 2-step equation, there's going to be 2 numbers that are connected to x, which is why it's called a 2-step equation, right? So a couple things you want to do. Number one, most important thing, you always get rid of adding and subtracting first. All right? Kind of the idea here is you always go reverse order of operations. So you guys know your PEMDAS, or please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, right? Well, this is the same idea, except for we're going to go the opposite order. So you always get rid of adding and subtracting first, then multiplying and dividing. Then if there's any exponents, maybe we'd get rid of those. And then we would get rid of parentheses and then look through the next part and go from there. So in this case, I always find x. And then I look, what am I adding or subtracting to it? Well, in this case, it's plus 16, or positive 16. That's what I'm going to get rid of first. So I'm going to minus 16 on both sides. That's going to give me 3x equals 3. And then, keep going, this 3 is multiplied by x. So to get rid of multiply by 3, we're going to divide by 3. Divide by 3 on both sides. And 3 divided by 3 is going to give me x equals 1. Now remember, what's also cool about this is you can always check your answers, right? So if I take this 1 and I plug it back in up here in the beginning, 3 times 1 is 3, plus 16 is indeed 19. If that gives you a true statement, then you know that you solved this problem correctly. So like when the test comes around for this, super duper easy to know what your score is before you turn it in. Obviously, you're going to get points for all the steps that you show, but you must, if you want to, check it out, and you'll be able to tell if it's right or not. What about 32 minus 9x equals negative 4? So again, I'm going to use that same idea that I am looking at. over there it says get rid of adding and subtracting first. So here's my x, here's my 32. Now, one of those problems that people always have is they don't know what's going on with that minus sign, right? Like, is that subtract 32? Is it, what's going on? So if you are an add the opposite person, which I totally encourage you to be, it makes this really easy. So if I make this addition, I change the sign on the next number. So this was positive 9, I'm going to make it negative 9. Now I can see that minus sign went with 9x, right? It was the sign in front of it. So if this is where my x is, I'm adding positive 32. To get rid of positive 32, we're going to need negative 32, or minus 32. Whatever I do to one side, do to the other. That's going to give me negative 9x. That's going to give me negative 36. And then, final step, I can divide by negative 9. Now again, some people would think, oh, do I add 9 here? But think of how they're connected. This is multiplying here. So to get rid of it, we're going to divide. Divide by negative 9, divide by negative 9. And x is going to give me positive 4. Very nice, very nice. These are going to be just one of those things that you're going to have to practice. I know you've done these for at least 2 years, I'm pretty sure. So that should help. All right, how about x over 5 minus negative 6 equals negative 1? Again, this is a weird thing, so I'm going to go ahead and add the opposite. So if I make this plus, that would make this positive 6. So I can tell what to do. To get rid of positive, here's my adding, here's my x. I got to get rid of this one first. It's positive 6, we need negative 6. So x over 5, negative 1 minus 6 is negative 7. Careful with your subtracting and stuff, I know. Maybe that's a struggle for you. Definitely use a calculator, use Desmos. All those things are available to you. And then, now we have just x with one number. How do we get rid of divide by 5? We're going to multiply by 5. Multiply by 5, multiply by 5. And x is going to give me negative 35. Yeah. This should be review stuff. We'll see how it goes. We're going to add on a little bit more each day, so we're going to do a lot of kind of review this week as we go. Hopefully that'll help you guys out. But yeah, I'm going to let you guys go ahead and try to work on your homework and see how you go. And if you have any problems, talk to me. Don't just scan it with photo math or something. I would much rather you know what you're doing, right? Cool. See you later.